Good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Or afternoon, wherever we find you. What's up, Alexander? How you doing? Alrighty, happy Friday, everyone. Hey, Moran, Raj. Good, good, good. All right. I still haven't figured out how to turn off the chat on YouTube, so I'm gonna just leave it on. And if people start just getting buck wild like they usually do, I'll just close it. Oh, man. How are my Canadians? You guys surviving the snowstorm? You guys all good? What's up, Jam? Harris, how's Greece? What's up, man? You went on holidays and you didn't take us. What the hell? Oh, is it the Witches of Eastwick today? The Quad Witch. Alrighty. Well, let's see what happens. Dave, what's going on? You're on the bike? That's right, you sold the Harley. As life moves on. Three witch? No, quad witch. Okay. Just three witches. So who was that? That was the Witches of Eastwick. That was Michelle Pfeiffer, Cher, and the other lady. I can't remember the other lady. Oh man. Okay, so we got overnight inventory is very long. You guys don't get my movie references. You're all too young. Bette Midler. The Witches of Eastwick? Nice try. I'm listening. Oh man. That's it. Susan Sarandon. Okay. All right. How can you tell I don't want to work today? Oh man, I have a serious case of bad discipline today. So all I've done is scalp. I haven't even been around lately. So let's see what happens. Can we figure out some nice business? So overnight inventory is long. Now this is, as the private equity guys say, this is very curious. Very curious. That 68.54 level, I've been watching that level for weeks now on the old contract. And I have this 4-hour candle wax chart that I've been looking at with volume profile, just trying to figure out where the sellers are going to be and try and help those traders who trade longer time frames. You know, who are trading on a 4-hour time frame. You know, a nice trade is, once you get used to this, right? You get a nice look below and fail of 67.83. So, you know, you're putting a little position together here and your warning level is 83 and then your stops are down here. You know, you can sell a little bit at 68.05 and then 27 along the way up. Target is 54. So this 54 is working. We've done look above and fail. And then here we just hit it stone cold. In the overnight we hit 54 quarter, I think to the tick. 54 quarter, yeah. So that level is, that's a good level. That's like buying a Ferrari for like 20 bucks. You get a lot of use out of it, you know? Hocus pocus. So okay. So there's my 4-hour chart. And what else do we got? Well, I used the balance. I was lazy today, right? I will full disclosure, I'm lazy today. Well, I'm lazy most of the time, but today I'm particularly lazy. I used the same balance zones, okay? I used the same balance zones as yesterday. Because I woke up and I looked at them and I went, yeah, those work. And I just kept them. So let's see what we can do with this here. So we corrected down to VWAP. We corrected down to VWAP, came into the balance zone. So the bid was here at 28.5. Then the bid moved up. You guys notice that? Right? The bid moved up. So what does that mean? Well, the bid follows the offer. Buyers follow sellers. Unless they're scared. Then they run away. But you could see very clearly on the old 1-minute candle wax here that when the market liquidated, it bid here before 28.5. It bid here twice before 31. Now the bid is just here. You see those two candles with the same low? Do you see how the bid has moved up over time? Exactly. Stable prices bring in buyers. But there is inventory overhead. You know, we have sellers at 40, we have sellers at 43, we have sellers at 46. So the real question, my friends, is now who comes into the store and what kind of business do they want to do, right? Who's coming in? What kind of business do they want to do? And how are we going to react to that business? And how are we going to capitalize off of it? That's what we really want to figure out. I like these trades. I like the look below and fail. Had I been in front of my computer, I would have been buying 34 with my stop here, selling a little at VWAP and selling a little at 38. 3-4 points, 5-10 contracts, you're done. Right? Simple. I like simple trades. I don't like this convoluted BS because I come from a place where if people use a lot of fancy gibberish and double talk, it means they're full of crap and they're trying to confuse you. Just like people who say proprietary algorithm. You know one thing, right? Guys, if you hear proprietary algorithm, it means Ponzi scheme. Right? Proprietary algorithm is a euphemism for Ponzi scheme. Because the guy won't want to tell you, hey, I'll manage your money. I use a proprietary algorithm. Really? Can you explain it? Well, you know, it's secret. Okay. You'll never see your money again. Nobody gets that joke? I guess there's no fun. There's no wealth managers in the room. But if there were, they'd be laughing. Ugh. No, that's like an industry joke. When people say proprietary algorithm, they mean a Ponzi scheme. You'll never see your money again. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, you're annoying already. Ugh. Well, he lasted 15 minutes on the stream. What's up, Badir? How you doing? Ugh. I have such high hopes for this guy. But every time he joins the stream, he's good for like the first 5 minutes, and then I don't know what happens to him. Oh. 43. Nice move up. Okay. So, remember we were talking about finding the bid. So we found the bid here. Bid moved up, moved up, moved up, moved up. 43.5 is our target. What did we hit? 43.5. The levels are working. There you go, OJ. Nice work. Now that is humor I can appreciate. Yeah. In Liverpool, Dan, it's just called being a knob. He just can't help himself. All right, folks. What are we looking for? Trades off the open. Cost basis is where? Where's the temporary cost basis is underneath us. Okay? So that's here. What does that mean? That means all the inventory is priced under here, right? We are taking the market up. We're going to try and sell it up here. So let's see. And if you actually get a nice short, you're looking for those 32s. See if that seller's there at 46. Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. All right. Now we're going to try and retail some of this out here between 43 and 45. See if we can hold 43 and a half. So just like when we go down, and I want to see if there's bids here. I want to see what the selling's like if we can get up over 44 half. I think the last part of the month is going to be choppy and volatile. Let's take a look at larger term levels. If you're looking to try and plan the last part of this thing, and we'll look at that daily chart, you can see very clearly that there are sellers here in this level. We're right here, and do you notice that we're kind of in just a big balance zone? So I'd say right around there. So I think we're just going to go back and forth like this. And if we make a break, you can take this area and double it to the upside to get a target, and downside to get a target. But I think we're just going to go back and forth in here, because if they close this under 7,000, that's really, I mean, there's no shame in closing it under 7. But, and there's a little position here, there's little positions here and here. So there's some support if we come down. But I think just back and forth in this box. I really don't think anybody wants to take on any risk going into the last couple of weeks. And so I think it'll be kind of calm. Now, that's just me. I am not a macro guy. I'm not, you know, I just see the chart and I just look at the chart, and the chart tells me that business is kind of rotational right now. And we'll see what kind of action the new year brings. In this particular purple zone we're in, we're right in the middle of it. You know? There's all of this inventory that's trapped above us. There's I do think if we break these lows here, this area, this is what kind of freaks me out. We could probably hit 66.56 quick. But for right now, I don't think anybody wants to really upset the apple cart unless they have to. You know? Yeah, it's that OPEX stuff today, right? Now, I have no idea how to trade OPEX, so I just let the chart tell me, right? I completely allow the chart to tell me because I can't interpret that data and then put it into an execution plan. Now, if you can, that's great, right? If you can, that's great. See, Roop, I'm not that bright, right? I'm great at manipulating stuff, and I can see others' manipulation. But if it's normal macro stuff, that's what I'm not schooled in. So what I've learned how to do is to just really, really let the chart tell me what's going on. I'm horrible at predicting, right? I'm really horrible at prediction. So I've just kind of learned to relax and let the chart tell me where to go. You know, it's kind of like when your girlfriend's driving the car and you keep interrupting her. Turn here. Oh, you should have missed that turn. I just, I'm just quiet now. I let the chart lead the way. So look at this. We have a seller right here. We punch through that seller. Maybe we get some larger candles when this thing opens. That would be nice. We're going to open right in yesterday's range and cost basis. So that it's probably going to be choppy off the open. What is the president announcing? Thank you for letting us know, Rich, in Naples. I saw a video on YouTube of a lady in Naples who walks an alligator as a pet. And at first I thought it was AI, but everybody says it's real. Florida is an interesting state. Yes, I mean, all sorts of never a dull moment, eh? Yeah, see, look at this liquidation. Look above and fail at 43. Wow, I didn't see that coming. Now let's see if we find a bid here at 36. Okay, so rotation is the word of the day. That was a big bunch of orders that took us all the way down. Big red candle. Are we able to tell which one was the alligator? The one wearing the hat. So you ought to look above and fail. The target is 33 and a half. Oof. There's bids down here at 31. X and V. There are stops there. Yeah, exactly. Big red bars. You know, that was someone who was long exactly here, but here. And they just slammed it. Just slammed it. I'm long 35 and I'm selling the 36 quarters and I'm flat. Quick trade before the open. Nice look below and fail. I couldn't get it down here. I got it at 35. big red candle. Order's complete. We're going right back up to that 42 seller. Beautiful. Are you awake? Nice look below and fail. Nice look below and fail. See, if you don't catch the short, you can always catch the responsive long. It's not a problem. In a rotational market, that's the beautiful thing about rotation. You know? Now we've cleaned out all the inventory. We've caught some people short underneath VWAP. And now let's see if we can take out those stops at 46 and 48. They're right here and here. Oh. And we'll be open a little while. Just relax. Enjoy the ride. And here we go. Oh, it is a speculator's market, isn't it? That's a big candle, 36 to 48, 1 minute. No, that was not 1 minute, 2 minutes. Still, big candles, big business. Small candles, slow business. And they're off. Let's see if we can run that overnight high. I am interested in 54 and a quarter. Oh, very cool. Thanks, Leslie. That's a really interesting perspective. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. Big orders, eh? Yeah, I miss smashing bids. All right, let's see what are we going to do at 54. Accept over 54? Do you accept this assignment, Mr. Bourne? Nope, not yet. Watching 54? There is a seller at 54, but I think they're going to clean them out. If you are a breakout trader, right, and you're buying that breakout, remember that they are going to sell into it. There they are. They're selling into it right there. So govern yourself accordingly if you are long, right? You need other shorts to come in, 56 long, selling 58 and a half. And I rarely buy breakouts. But when I was talking through it, I thought, okay, you can buy that. Target is 61, then 63. Now, the thing is, oh, look at that. See, they trapped somebody. Somebody's coming in for size at 57. Because everyone had their stop underneath that 54. So when it took 54, the shorts came marching in, just like the song. Looking for 63. Let's see if we can take that stop at 61. And we're looking now for 63 and a half. If you got them, I'd be selling them. $64 and a quarter is the next target if we can take out 63 and a half. doesn't sound like much, but that level is a level I've been watching for a while now. This is starting to look like a look below and fail of 67.88. My friends, it is. What's our high? 63.5. What a coincidence. Beautiful. If you're short, your warning level is 62 and your out is 63.5. There's your warning level is getting popped. If it climbs over 63.5 and starts getting over 64.25, be careful. Right? The open of 2 days ago is up here too. I don't know why I still have that marked off. I shouldn't. And then where is the next reference? Previous day high. Up at 72. Just right here. I guess somebody got caught short, eh? Good, good, good. Oh. Look above and fail of 63.5. We are up here on cost basis. Once again, if you want to short this thing, wait until we offer under 63. Because if it catches a bid over 64, it's going to get ugly. Watch this one. Watch this one. So, there we go. Okay, if you're short 63, 62, put some bids down here at 60.59. This is a look above and fail of 63.5. And your target will be 58. I'd say 58.75. Right? You're shorting the backfill. Right? Markets go up to create demand. They go back and fill in that demand with supply till they find a large buyer. Then they stop selling and lift the offer. Right? It's not rocket science. It's business. Let's see. If you can't get a 58.75 print, move your bids up. You should have gotten filled. So if you were short 62, if you were lucky and had a 63 entry, which is tough, right? If you were short 62 and you're taking them back at 58 half quarter, you're making decent money on 510 E-minis, right? This is where we teach you how to make a living. This is not about trading for glory and holding trades and everything like that and screwing it all up. This is about getting paid and getting out, right? Take the money and run. Don't screw around with this, right? If you're walking down the sidewalk and there's $500 on it, go pick it up. Don't be a knucklehead. Found some bids right here at 56, at the bottom of that candle. They stopped selling. Now, is there any follow through? And do we stay above 54? That's what I'm curious about. Can we stay above 54? We're going to come test it. I think we'll break back down through it. That was a good, that was a good move. And if you did the look above and fail of 64 quarter, nicely done. Nicely done. Yeah, rotation gem, right? I think we are going to have rotations within rotations within rotations. So what does that mean? It means trade it back and forth. Don't get greedy. Manage your risk, you know. No need to get all hyperactive, right? Yeah, just trade from the outside edge in. Beautiful. Now let's see where they sell into it. Let's see who's in the store now. Once you find a nice rotation, a nice balance zone that rotates back and forth, it's great because then you just trade the outside edge in and you can really focus on execution. You took the 63 short. Beautiful. Beautiful. I am listening. See, you are listening. Guys, I'm sorry I didn't have an execution class this week. Kind of got wrapped up in a few things. We'll do one. If anyone is around next week, we'll do one and then we'll kind of put it out as a video. And this is the first Christmas in like 3 years that I'll be around. So if you guys need any help, let me know. We're just distributing. Just distributing. How do you know they went short and they didn't sell from a long position? Just curious. All right. Still a seller at 63.5. Doesn't really make me want to short it though. There's 64 quarter. Can we accept above it? If we accept them over 64 quarter, there's volume here. Look at that. Right? Did all of that get flushed out? There's got to be some inventory there. There's got to be some inventory there. I'm thinking there has to be. Right? Am I right? Am I wrong? No reason to short it until we get underneath. So, nope, I'm wrong. Ripping right through it. We ripped right through that little area of volume. Right. Yeah, I was gonna say AO, definitely. If I was long inventory, I'd be banging it out with both hands here, right? I'd sell 100 of mine and 100 of everybody else's. Right? You don't have to ask me twice. JJ, can I show you? And before you say bid, if you go bid, I'm like sold. Well, I didn't tell you how much I was buying. It doesn't matter. Sold. I'm long 67, and I was offered at 69 and three quarters, and the bastards didn't take me. They won't take me at a half. Okay, now I'm out at a half and three quarters. Fine. Thank you. Right. Yeah, we should go tickle the previous day high up here at 72. Let's go. Let's go give it a love tap and see how it responds. Why do I have this here? Where's the next set of stops? Ah, up here. All right, previous day high. That should be a nice little stop run. Let's see if they dump into that or whether or not. I just want to make sure that I have the stops in the right place. Just in this case, this thing kicks off. Yeah, probably Rush. Definitely, right? Two times, four times, and now we are in eight times. I'd definitely say so. One, two, three, four, five. See, it really is complex math. You have to be able to add up to eight to be a trader, right? It's like MIT high level stuff. True. Definitely somebody got upside down. I bet you when Leslie said that this big down and up movement, this is where the scene of the crime, right? Like Jam, this is Operation Mindcrime right here. If you remember that album, right there. That's the scene of the crime. That's where everybody got trapped. Added to it here at 58, and then kaboom, right? Once you see this stuff happen over and over and over again, you don't even have to have caused it like me. You have to actually sit and just watch it. And once you see this, like you're like, oh man, oh okay. Now I can see what they're doing. I can see what's happening, right? You can see it. It's so clear. And it becomes obvious. And most people are like, what are you talking about? Well, it's because you've never worked the obvious, right? You guys always work the esoteric. In the business, there is no esoteric. It's just obvious, right? We'll look for bids at the previous day high. We're going to backfill now. And maybe we can, where's the point of control? 3,323? I wonder if we can move it up here. Let's see if we can sell a few more contracts up here. Z contract expiration. Yeah, there you go, right? Nice work, Leslie. Beautiful. You seem to trade better in colder environments. Oh. Were we able to hit the 72s? No, no backfill to 72. Here come the bids. If we take that A high, it's going to trigger a few more short-term stops. I know most old institutional traders don't have a well-developed vocabulary. But you have to remember that I was a trader who also wrote press releases for public companies when the president was in the bag or hiding in a closet. Someone had to do it. Hey, Freud, I've heard you give the question. I'm sorry, I don't ask you. I don't understand your question, sir, or your statement, but I'd be happy to answer it if you maybe ask it in a different way. Forward-looking statements. Here we go, the previous day high. If we get back underneath the previous day high, look for bids here at 68.5. Right here. See you, Badir. Have a great weekend. Well done on the trading this week, brother. Nicely done. Beautiful. Is it a year-ending rally? Generally. They it's nice to get the price up at the end of the year so you look smart and your clients give you more money, right? Remember, this business is all about OPM, other people's money. If you're managing it, you want to show returns. So yes, they would prefer if the market was higher, if the order flow exists to do it. Yeah, it's so far that, this is a market that has limited supply. Every liquidation brings us higher highs. It's structured that way. So this is just distribution. Eh? Now let's see if this distribution brings in more buying or if we come back down to this distribution. There's the point of control. 68.74. That's short covering. Now let's see if we can get underneath the previous day high, because if we accept, say, under 70, you could take a short and put your stop there, but that's not happening right now. So they heard me and lifted the offer. Consumer sentiment at 10. Thanks, Les. Can't get under the previous day high. Those shorts are still there. There's a seller at 76, 75 to 77. I just one contract. Should have bought more. Oh well. Just scalping. That's cool. How do you know there's a big seller at 82? We haven't even gone up there yet. Ooh, look at you getting all frisky. There you go. Michigan sentiment at 10. Alrighty. No, you don't need to say more, Jam. uh, uh. Now let's see if you can actually do it. Because you will say more. I know you will. You ain't gonna hold back. No, he's not the seller himself, that's for sure. But he will say more after he says he won't say more. I know him too well. Hey, listen, we got to make the time go by here, you know. Watching Chop. So if you notice over the last half hour, it wasn't exactly the most meaningful correction, Lonigan. There's a bid down there. Yeah, we've seen this happen over and over again. You get a liquidation, the next day the market cleans itself up, and then this thing rips. It's like there's a limited amount of supply and it's on sale, and if you don't get the supply early, like that early bird special, right? Somebody gets all the cheap stuff, you know, and then there's nothing left for the rest of us. This market is, I don't know if any of you guys have ever played football, but this market is like going to an all you can eat buffet after your offensive line has hit the buffet. Because there's no supply left. They eat everything. Right? It's like the offensive linemen, they get in there right when the place opens, they eat everything. By the time the open rolls around for us, what we could have bought at 68.34, now we got to pay 68.77 for. It's ridiculous. There's a lot of buying on dips in this market. Looking for 78.5 to get taken out. Yeah, it's like, like I had a buddy of mine, he played football. He was like 6'6", almost 500 pounds, and he could run like a 4.40. He had a head like a pumpkin. And you'd go for pizza and he'd be like, "Oh, I'm just going to have a couple of pieces." And then like you look down, the pizza's gone in 10 seconds. Right? That's what trading ES is like. If you don't get in there early in like 3 o'clock in the morning Globex and build a long position, they just scoop up all the inventory. I was expecting more selling up here at 74, but I guess it's Friday, options expiration, and all that stuff. Now, the thing is, can this move over 68, 64? Is it sustainable? That's why you get up early. You got to get that cheap. You got to get that cheap stuff, right? We never got that correction short. They 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 screwed with us here, right? This is when they messed with us. When Leslie gave us that info about that SPX market maker, This is where they screwed with us, and we thought we were going to get an inventory correction. Anyone who shorted it under 36 added to it at 43, and you could just see them adding to it, right? And that's why we kept getting these big green candles, because they keep adding, and then they realize, oh crap, and they come in for the cover, right? It's ugly, 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 ugly. This is one of the worst markets to be a dedicated short seller in. It's okay to short like hit and run shorts, hit the backfill, that kind of thing, but to be like, oh, I'm positioned short and it's going to 1800, that is just a fool's game. It just shows that you haven't studied how the market is structured. And if you don't have any understanding of market structure, oh my God, you are going to lose all your money. Especially as those, making larger term calls. Looking for 68.84 and a quarter. And let's see if we can. These are our upper stops. So we take the stop. We took the high of the 16th. Now, there should be some selling somewhere here because, look, there's all this. There's got to be some inventory in here that's going to sell into this. Let's see. If not, it means somebody's really trapped short. It would be healthy if we slam down in B period. That would be nice. I'm scared to look at MSTR this morning, Jam. It's the only CEO I know whose stock is in the absolute pooper, and he keeps posting memes of himself looking like a hero. I don't understand, but hey, I'm an old man now. Well, here's B period, AO. We're waiting for the slam, my friend. We're waiting for the slam. Digital, I think you're right, my friend. I think you're right. Yeah, the U of M thing, it did pop it. Now let's see if we can hold the low of B period here at 79 quarter. Because if we can't take out that stop, be careful short. Here's the backfill. If you're short, you're looking for bids at 82. There's the bid. You see it? Did you see how it came to 82, hit it, and it looked like it sat on a nail and jumped, right? Yeah, we're getting dangerously close to those 6,900 levels again. Hmm. Still bids at 82. Why do I see bids at 82 without looking at a DOM or a footprint or a nose print? Because when they took the high of A period, right? So if you're a half hour candle person, you look at the top of the last half hour candle. There should be some responsive buying there when we backfill, right? Because the shorts who were short here, they were using that A high as a stop. Yeah, so if we break 81 and we break 79, then we should get some movement down. But right now, they've got people trapped short there, and they're just going to sell as much as they can. So it's a patience game if you're waiting for a short. See if we can move that point of control above 82. Starting to run out of buying. Might have to have a blue light special here. Put it on sale. Back down to 76. Hmm, not that great. I don't know about you guys, but this market is seriously making me enjoy the downtime. Take a few trades and then stop. It's really not a market you want to overtrade in. So one thing, if you're on the ball this morning, you see how the bid was here and it moved up here on retracement. If the bid comes down here again, you might be looking for a long. If you're looking for a short and it's shorts and you're short down, this is where you're looking to cover. Till then, we wait. If you're not a patient person, it might be a difficult end of month for you, right? You really want to be patient. Yeah, the thing about this market jam, and you've seen it all year now, is that after a big move up, it takes time for this market to liquidate down, right? Both, Fred. Be patient and trade less. You know, one of my guys sent me a video of all these people landing their private planes in Aspen this week. So they're not on the trade desk. So you really want to just make sure you don't overdo it. That's all, right? Take the money and just respect the money that you made. That's all you got to do, right? That's all you got to do. Just respect the money that you made, right? Make a little bit of money, put it away. If you make $1,000, if you lose 100, stop trading, right? Or lose it all, whatever you like, right? But, right? The business slows down, Fred. Close your eyes and pretend you made $300 million this year. Would you be at work right now? Probably not. Looking for 73 and a half, my friends. Looking for 73 and a half. Remember what I said? If we drop down, we take out that stop, which we did. We're looking for 73 and a half, and where's our low so far? 74 and a quarter. Right? It takes time to unwind it. It can be more volatile because the order book is thinner, and between now and the end of the year, you've got all those cowboys, right, who need to make their month end, and they'll do anything they can. So just make sure you don't get in their way. Otherwise, you're going to get run over by a herd of elephants, right? Just saying. Now, I'm not saying don't trade. Please do trade, okay? But don't be a knucklehead, right? You know, don't be a dumbass and blow all your money, right? Yeah, you don't, you know. Yeah, trading's not about looking for home runs, right? Yeah, it's really about making a living. But then again, that's just the way I like to do business, and I've been doing this for 34 years. You can always look for home runs. You'll probably have a shorter career, unless you're really, really good. You know, if you're really, really good and you just take one home run and then take another home run, and then, you know, you take months off in between your home runs, that's good. But you're not going to get a home run every day. If you think you're going to get a home run every day, just send me whatever it is you're smoking or drinking because you're delusional. Having said that, those of you who would like to learn how to trade, right, using common sense and without gibberish, please join us at thetradingsyndicate.org. Thanks, Deb. DM me when you're in the room. And I would seriously ask those who do join, reach out to me when you're in the room if you need help, or even just to say hi, right? I talk to everybody. You know, we just want you to, all we want is to make people money. That's all I want to do. Keep it simple, make some money. Well, see, when I was in this business as an insider, I you create the trend, right? Because you control the supply, so you create the trend. So the very most important word in that question of yours is following. We don't follow. We create. We create order flow that you guys follow. So I never looked at I mean, I would read the Wall Street Journal and Bloomberg, and I still do. I read the Wall Street Journal and Bloomberg. I read that. It's like reading TMZ. For me, who left what firm, who got what bonus, what business shut down, right? It's gossip, right? The chart tells me everything I need to know to make money. I look for anomalies in my work all the time, Fred, because anomalies when you're doing deals means that someone's screwing around and you've got a leak in the boat. Puck moved up to 76. Beautiful distribution. So for those of you who are building a short position here, you're looking for a break of 72 and then down to, this is the candle right here. This is the linchpin, right? Right there and there. So if you're looking for a break of that, then we'll come back down to 63 and then maybe test VWAP. But there's going to be a little bit of buying right there. Well, when you're doing deals, true anomalies mean that you got to go. Um, when you see an anomaly when you're doing a deal, Fred, that means that you got to go hang somebody off a balcony by their ankles, which is a business opportunity in itself, right? Right? An anomaly when you're doing a transaction means someone's trying to put a knife in your back, which means, oh, yeah, it depends who they are. Me, I like to trap them and bankrupt them. That's always more fun than physical harm. That's why you go to the gym, right, Moran? So you can throw people off balconies. Exactly. See, this is the only trading room where you'll only learn, you'll learn how to deal, and we'll teach you all the other subtleties of business. I use both, AO. It takes time to accumulate volume and it takes time to distribute volume. So the TPOC shows you how much time you've been there. The VPOC shows you the distribution of the volume, right? Yeah, it's important. Sometimes the best trading tool is a baseball bat. It's not an indicator. It's a Louisville Slugger. Now I prefer wood to aluminum. Get a better feel when you're cracking skulls. But some things just have to be done, right, Christian? Somebody's backdooring your deal, you got to go put the fear of you know who in them. Can we take out 73 already? Good grief. Uh, Good distribution. See, right now we're using the concept of leverage. We're leveraging those who are short under 72. And they're holding the market up because they've got buy orders at 74, 73, 72. And the large sellers who are long underneath VWAP from earlier and then long under 63 are happily selling it here, right? So if you know someone is trapped, you leverage them. Has to be done. Now, all my friends who are short, the annoying thing about this is the longer it goes sideways, people start to believe it's going to go higher and they'll start buying it. Which is very annoying if you're short and you're waiting for that liquidation. Oh, very slow and boring. While we wait. Not much to do here, eh, folks? Not much to do. I'd feel better. So if we get under 72, there's a couple of trades I'm looking at. One is a look below and fail of the previous day high, which is a look below 72 and come back up, or a look below and go, which both are trades that we have to wait because it's trading at 76 right now, and I can't get any sense of direction just yet. And folks who are in my room, next week I will be working. Usually I take, you know, the 2 weeks off, but we are staying in town here. So I will be running my usual Zooms. Thursday is Christmas Day, so no Zoom, of course. Friday is a half day. Do you guys want to do a Zoom? Is anybody going to be trading on the 24th? Don't all answer at once, you guys in the room. I'll take that as a no. Okay. Maybe we won't do a Zoom on Friday. I mean, we'll. Oh, you're done? Okay. Okay. Because the last 3 years I've just not been here for like 2 weeks, but I'll be around. Okay, so we'll do it on one day, Monday, Tuesday. Take Wednesday and Thursday off. Maybe I'll do a London session for people who are bored. I'll let you know. No, I'll let you know next week. And Friday we'll go back to business. Okay. Wow. We're really stuck in this chop here. Boy, oh boy. All right, let's see. Here we go. We got a sell order. Come on down to 72. Right? Sellers are finally competing. There you go. Stopped one tick before 72. Now watch the top of this candle that's developing. And as it moves higher, the sellers will step in somewhere and you'll see the price come back down. Unless all the sell orders are cleaned out. Then we'll flip up over 76. How long advance of a trade? I don't mark it in. I bid for stuff. And then as soon as I'm long, so what I'll do is, how I trade is, if I was going to go long here, I'd put in my buy, I'd put in my stop. As soon as I get filled, I'd put a sell order in. And as the market goes up, if it doesn't take my sell orders, I scratch the trade. Pretty simple. AO, you have kids? I thought you were like 23. Yeah, because when sellers compete, buyers go, oh, a bargain, and drop their bids, right? I don't use market orders. Um, I will use the flatten button if Like, say I get into a trade and I fat fingered it or did something wrong, I'll just hit flatten right away and get out of it. Like, just close the transaction. Um, oh, okay. I thought you were like 23. Okay. Okay, folks. What do we got? What do we got? What's next? There you go, Alexander. There you go. Man, we cannot break this 72. Oh, that's cool, Fred. Uh, take them to the flea market and show them how there are different people in the market selling different things. That's one thing. I think one of the best. I remember when I went to Antalya, Turkey. One of the best things I ever saw were those night markets. All right, here we go. Break of 72. Wait, this is tiring. Responsive buying. If you're long 72, 72 and a half, your stop is under that B low. Okay? I mean, that's really the only thing you could do here. You're long and your stop. If we accept under the previous day high, I would short it down to this 65 and a half level. If you can catch that. And now say you're shorting. Well, where's your stop going to be? I would say 73 half and then the top of that candle. If it regains 72, you're in trouble. There's got to be a seller here somewhere. Come on. Be normal and sell this thing down. Put your bids in. I'm short 71 and 3/8. Covering 69 and a quarter. 70. 68 3/4. I'm flat. There we go. And where did I say 65 and a half is your target right here. There we go. They should teach this in school. There you go, Jam. Finally getting your short. It took an hour for the supply to build up and this thing to sell off properly. Was I saying 65? I was off for a couple of points. There'll be sellers up here at 79. That's pretty much it. That's it for me for this week. Hey, Dan, good stuff. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. We will see you back here on Monday morning. Thanks for being with us this week. Come visit us at thetradingsyndicate.org. Hey, Kim. Thanks. Hey, Arkoy. Have a great weekend, everyone. We'll see you Monday morning. Stay out of trouble. Thanks, everyone. Bye for now. Have a wonderful weekend.